Have you ever felt overlooked, misunderstood, judged for being quiet when others race to prove themselves? If so, this story is for you. It's a lesson about patience, humility, and strength, one that can shift how you walk through this world. This is a story of a boy, a garden, and the wisdom that silence can carry. High in the mist-clung hills of Kashara, a boy named Kian lived quietly. The villagers called him shy, slow. Some called him a fool. He spoke little, smiled shyly, and spent long hours by the gate of an old herbalist named Aaron. Aaron was a quiet man, too, a keeper of ancient knowledge. To the villagers, he was odd, always planting, mixing leaves and petals, humming to himself. But to Kian, he was a beacon of light. Day after day, the boy watched the old man work the earth. Sometimes Aaron waved. Sometimes he waved Kian closer. One misty morning, Aaron pressed a handful of tiny seeds into Kian's palm. "Help me plant these," he said. Kian sank to his knees and pressed the seeds deep into the soft soil. Together, they covered the earth, whispered a prayer, and rose to watch. Days passed. The boy returned every morning to water the garden. The villagers scoffed. "Why waste your time?" one said. "That boy can't even speak. Can't work. Can't understand." Kian didn't reply. He smiled shyly and kept planting. Seasons came and went. The tiny seeds pushed their way through the soil, reaching for the sun. The garden grew tall, strong, and fragrant. Together, Aaron and Kian tended it. They dried leaves, stored flowers, prepared bundles and powders in quiet harmony. Then came a harsh winter. An illness swept across the hills. The villagers, desperate and frightened, came to the herbalist for help. The boy they had once called a fool now stood beside Aaron, grinding leaves, brewing tea, and helping save countless lives. One night, as the boy tended a patient by the fire, Aaron placed a hand on his shoulder. "People can only judge by what they can see," the old man said. "A seed buried in the earth doesn't make a sound as it takes root. To the world, it looks like silence. But deep within, it's growing strength. It's knowing its worth. It's finding its purpose. And when the time is right, it breaks through, becomes a gift, a force that can heal, nurture, and sustain." Kian smiled, brushing the patient's hand. "I didn't need to tell the world. I was planting seeds, Master. The seeds would speak for themselves when the time came." Aaron nodded, voice thick with emotion. "That, Kian, is wisdom. True strength doesn't boast. True worth doesn't justify itself. True beauty doesn't beg for applause. It simply grows, quietly and faithfully, until one day it shines." The boy everyone called a fool became the healer who saved a village, not because he spoke louder, not because he tried to prove himself, but because he trusted the quiet, patient work within, knowing that one day, when the sun rose and the rains came, the world would witness what was growing deep beneath the surface. If you've ever felt overlooked, misunderstood, or underestimated, remember this story. Seeds don't make noise when they're buried, but one day they rise and bear fruit that can change lives. If this story spoke to you, give it a like. Share it with someone who needs to remember their quiet strength, and subscribe for more timeless tales and life-changing lessons. See you in the next story.